Week 5 gives us a ton to be excited about, and the best game of the week, by far in my opinion, is the Dallas Cowboys going on the road to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. This could be a potential NFC Championship game preview if the Dallas Cowboys can keep playing like they did last week and not the week before like they did in Arizona. Neither of these teams have played anyone great yet. The 49ers have played the Steelers, Rams, Giants, and Cardinals, and the Cowboys have played the Giants, Jets, Cardinals, and Patriots. So we'll really get to see where both of these teams are after this Sunday's matchup. The key matchup in this game, in my opinion, is Christian McCaffrey versus the Dallas defense. He has been absolutely unbelievable. Look for Christian McCaffrey to get heavily involved in the passing attack. Last week, he caught 7 passes for 71 yards and a touchdown, and he's averaging 4.7 yards per carry or better in each game this season. He has 459 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. Both are first in the NFL. I think if the 49ers can get Christian McCaffrey the ball over 25 times, it will solidify a win for the 49ers. Now let's talk about the other parts of the offense. Deebo Samuel still has those sore ribs, so we'll see how he's used in this game. I don't know if he'll be used as much in the run because he will take bigger hits in the run game as opposed to catching passes. George Kittle has been MIA this season. He's only averaging 3.5 receptions per game and 37 yards per game. Brandon Ayuk is the star wide receiver in this group. He's averaging 18.8 yards per reception, which ranks 4th in the NFL, and it's 2nd for guys with over 10 receptions. He went 6 for 148 last week. This dude is an absolute stud. San Francisco's offense continues to be one of the most dominant in the NFL. They're averaging 31.3 points per game, which ranks 3rd, and they're ranked in 2nd in yards per game. They're 9th in passing yards per game with 245, and 3rd with 153 rushing yards per game. The passing yards would be even better if Christian McCaffrey wasn't absolutely shredding defenses. So far this season, Brock Purdy has no interceptions. He looks incredible. He's only faced pressure in 30% of his dropbacks, which is the 6th lowest in the NFL. He also has 115 passer rating, which is good for 1st in the NFL. Brock Purdy is only averaging 250 yards per game, but that's because CMC is just rushing for like 150 yards per game, so they haven't really needed Brock Purdy to stretch the ball down the field. The Dallas Cowboys defense will absolutely have their hands full in this game, but they have one of the best defenses in the NFL. The Cowboys defense is extremely talented. They're currently ranked 1st in points per game allowed at 10.3 and 2nd in yards per game. They're also very good against the run, allowing only 3.8 yards per carry, which is tied for 9th. They're also tied for 8th in sacks with 14 and 2nd in interceptions with 7. The best stat for the Cowboys defense is their QB pressure rate, which is 48.9%, which is 1st in the NFL. So they're very good at pressuring the quarterback and getting in their faces. They also are giving up the lowest QBR in the NFL at a rating of 55.2. This Cowboys defense is really going to be tested by one of the best offenses in the NFL, so we'll see who wins this battle in Week 5. But you got to remember, the Cowboys' defensive stats are a little inflated because listen to the list of quarterbacks they faced so far this year. Daniel Jones, Zach Wilson, Josh Jacobs, and Mac Jones. All these guys don't even deserve to be starting quarterbacks in the NFL. The fact that the Giants are paying Daniel Jones 4 years, $40 million per year at $160 million is insane. And I do think that they're going to miss Trayvon Diggs more than they have in previous games with Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel catching passes against the Cowboys. The Cowboys' offense is no slouch either. Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott are all very talented players. They're currently averaging 31 points per game, which is good for 4th in the NFL, and they're ranked 11th in yards per game. They're 14th in passing yards and 7th in rushing yards per game with 141.3. Dak had his best game of the season last week, 261 yards, a touchdown, and 108 rating. CeeDee Lamb is the absolute truth. He's ranked 12th in the NFL with 309 receiving yards. If they didn't run the ball so much, his numbers would be even better. One matchup that I think is really interesting in this game is the Cowboys tight end versus the 49ers defense. Tight end Jake Ferguson is really stepping up in this offense. He had 7 targets, 7 receptions for 77 yards. He's also catching a lot of passes in traffic. Some of the catches he made last week were absolutely incredible. He's catching balls, getting smoked, and holding on to the passes. He looks really, really, really good. And if they can have an outlet tight end in this offense, that makes the Dallas Cowboys that much better. The 49ers and Cowboys rivalry is one of the most epic in the NFL. They are currently 19-19-1 in the history of this matchup. So this will be a rubber match per se, and whoever wins this game can kind of solidify themselves, if not the top team, the second best team in the NFC. It's pretty much a 3-headed monster with the Eagles, 49ers, and Cowboys, and the Lions a close 4th. I hope you guys are excited for this game as I am. Who do you think is going to win this game? I'm going to go with the 49ers 21-17. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks again, and we'll catch you guys on the next game. Peace.